Hold on. I'm going to do it. I guess I'm going to put on my radio voice. I'm kidding. Go ahead, if you don't mind. Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from.
Well, my name is Ucheena Jones. I'm currently living in Madison, Wisconsin, but I was born and raised in New York City.
Mm.
And I work as a registered nurse in labor and delivery at SSM St. Mary's Hospital.
Wow. Well, I'm grateful for your presence today. Welcome to the GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. We are the number one faith based motivational and inspirational broadcast platform in the country. Always honored, privileged, and blessed when we have the opportunity to have individuals stop by to hang out with us for a few minutes here on the GMAP Broadcast Network. And of course, we're grateful for all of you that continuously show your love, care, concern, and support to this platform, to this ministry. And of course, we want you to continue to stop by and just be a part. Let us know what it is that you appreciate about the things that God has blessed us with as we continue to move forward. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I want to find out, who are you? I mean, if somebody were to ask you today who you are, what would your response be?
I would say I'm a wife and a mother of three and a nurse. That's
Hmm.
pretty much it.
A wife, a mother of three, and a nurse. And I'm not gonna. You know what? You are amazing to me, and I'm just going to say thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your journey, first and foremost. And of course, there's a reason that you're here today. And of course, I know that there are a lot of people out there that they want to know what that reason is. And I could dive in and start giving you all sorts of stuff why you're here today. Nevertheless, we want you to have the opportunity to share some of the things that you're doing, some of the things that you have available for people to reach out and show their support. Again, we welcome each and every one of you, as well as yourself, to the GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. We are, again, number one faith based, motivational, and inspirational broadcast platform in the country. And we're honored, we're privileged, and we are blessed to have you as one of our special guests here on today. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What are some of the things that God has blessed you with?
Well, in addition to having a beautiful family and, wonderful job, I have the privilege and opportunity to now write children's books.
Mm,
He has provided me an opportunity to tell some pretty amazing stories and to share it with those around me.
wow. You know, I'm excited. And one of the things that I can let the world know, the children's books that God has blessed you with to be able to release to the people. Of course, if you don't know now, you know. You can stop by the GMAP Broadcast Network bookstore, our children's bookstore area. You will be able to see some of the awesome publications here on the GMAP Broadcast Network. Some of you may even see them on the screen as we speak. And of course, we want you to be able to show your love, care, concern, and support. Tell us specifically about some of the publications that God has blessed you with.
Well, so far I had the privilege and the honor to actually publish three books. My first book is called Hello, My Name Is. And it's a personalized, customized children's book that introduces kids to themselves about their name, tells them
Hmm.
the meaning of their name, how to spell their name, and also it associates it with some wonderful, almost like National Geographic illustrations of animals, real live animals, in the world, out in the wild, so that kids can associate, make connections, help them with their learning and development. And then I had the privilege of actually publishing. Now she's 19 years old. Her name is Kristen Jones. Her beautiful book called Wonderfully Made. And it's her story about living with spinal bifida and how she took something that she was born with and turned it into something absolutely wonderful. And her
Hmm.
book, again, Wonderfully Made. And then most recently, I published my first illustrated book, which is my second illustrated book. If I can pull it, it's called Pretty Black Girl.
Hmm. Amen.
And
Amen.
this is an awesome book that God has allowed me the opportunity to write about, but coming from a pretty, interesting experience that I had at work that kind of propelled me to write this book to motivate, black girls everywhere and black women everywhere, and even all women pretty much, to hold on to those things that make you beautiful
Mm.
and kind of redefining what that whole notion of beauty is.
Wow. Well, for those that don't know, of course, you can't see it, but they can on the screen. There is a split screen on the GMAP Broadcast Network platform that is currently showing the cover of currently now Pretty Black Girl. And of course, we're having them be able to visually connect with the publication's cover. And of course, if you are on the GMAP Broadcast Network site, you can always visit our children's bookstore. You will see the covers that I'm currently showing in our split screen on GMAP. You can click on those covers that will show your love, care, concern, and support. It will take you to the necessary location in order to find out more intimate information about this awesome young lady, the publications, and the journey that God has placed her on. Of course, we know that there are going to be some out there that they're going to want to reach out to you. They're going to want to show their support. They're going to want to purchase the books. They're going to want to have them as part of their archives to share with some of their children and the people in their arena. How can they do that? What's the process to receive a copy of your publications today?
Well, you can actually go to my website, which is www.faithworksplural.com. And when you go there, there's an icon, at the top of the page called Bookstore. So you'll get an opportunity to get a brief synopsis of each of the books. And it has some drop down menu items where you're allowed to select how many books you want, soft hardcover. And then from there, the rest is pretty much history. And then pretty soon, once your order is received, you'll be receiving your books. It may take about maybe roughly 2 to 3 weeks. So I ask that you be patient. The weather is kind of delaying
Mm.
the movement of these books, but I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed.
Woo, I'm excited. And of course, again, they can stop by GMAP Children's Bookstore and click on the covers, and it'll take them to the necessary location to show their support. Now, you know for a fact that we are role models to someone, whether we like it or not. And there's always people on the outside looking in, watching our every move, our steps, our journey, our walk. For those individuals that may be on the outside looking at you, what words of encouragement would you have for them in order to begin and get on the journey and path that God has in store for?
Well, first of all, you got to know that you were fearfully and wonderfully made.
Mm.
And knowing that you were fearfully, wonderfully made, you really got to search and seek the master and ask him what it is that he has in store for you. And you got to trust the process that you're on.
Mm.
One of the things that we fail to do is one of the things that I learned, the hardest job any human being is going to ever have in this life is to be who they were called to be.
Mm.
It's so easy to imitate, it's so easy to want things from other people, but it's so hard to stay on the course that is just for you. But when you start to tap into that which God has given you and only you don't have time to worry about other people. The person that you really need to be competing against is yourself. The
Mm.
part that belongs, the part that God has shown you versus the part that exists today. So that's my ammo. That's my goal. My goal is to be the best chain up. What does he have in store for me? Because he has already predestined these things. So as I evolve, as I grow, as I seek after his face, he is revealing, he's showing me. But the thing that is another thing, a lot of us like to be focused on our destination. I want to get there. I want to be
Mm-hmm.
this. I want to
Mm-hmm.
be that. But we forget it's about the journey because God is
Wow.
all about journey. If you look at all the scriptural references in the Bible, you notice that it's not the fact that those various people that he highlighted in the Bible, their destination is what got them there
My God.
to be who God has called them to be. So that is where I'm on. It has been such an amazing journey. Can I say that everything was a bed of roses? No, but one thing I can say is that I'm still here. I'm
You know.
healthy in the midst of everything that's going on. I'm still persevering. So my word for this year is persevering. My hashtag, my nickname is Uno Joy.
Wow.
So my thing is to see the beauty in everything, be thankful in everything, share that which I have with those around me, and keep moving forward.
You know what? It almost you're digging into my archives of notes because one of the things you said, you got to know your journey, and you got to be the person that you've been called to be. Let me share this with you, Ucheena. I always tell people it's good to know that you've been called. That's always great. But
Yes.
how do you know? And I always respond by saying, because you will simply begin to be that call. And every time I share that with people, I follow it up with saying, your destiny was really determined before your delivery. And what we have to realize is we have to be willing to endure what you just said, the process. And the process is 9 times out of 10 not easy. Jesus had to endure a serious process while his presence was here walking on the face of this earth. Many of us probably wouldn't be able to handle, but he had to endure the process of being crucified, talked about, spit on, skin ripped from his skin ripped from his body, listening to people say, crucify him. But we're grateful that that's not how the story ends.
Amen.
And you, oh my goodness, it was almost like you were in my notebook, because the things that you just shared were exactly what I try to share with people on a daily basis. So I'm grateful for you that not only did you accept being called to do what it is that you're doing today, but you've accepted being that call. You didn't just wait. You're not living on a finna attitude. Most of us, I'm finna write a book. I'm finna do this or finna do that. You have actually stepped up and stepped out on faith and got it done, which is encouraging to all of us. Now, during that process, of course, um, we know that there's going to be a lot of people that's going to want to reach out and maybe receive an opportunity to speak with you on a more personal level, maybe, or intimate level, or individual level. What's the process if they wanted to reach out and connect with you?
So right on that website, www.faithworkspublications.plural.com, is an opportunity where you can put in the comment section and reach out, and that information goes directly to me. I'm also on Facebook as Ucheena Jones. You can befriend me. You can send me a message via there, and then we can go from there.
Mm.
If you look me up or kind of Google me, you'll actually see me. For those of you who can see me now, um, and I'm willing and I'm open to share dialogue. So yeah,
Wow.
so
I am
yeah.
so very honored and grateful to have you here. I'm honored that you have allowed us to be a part of your journey. And if there's anything that we can continuously do to assist you along the way, don't you hesitate to let us know. Of course, again, Ucheena is a part of the GMAP Broadcast Network family. She's in our children's bookstore. You will see the covers of her publications listed. You can click on them. It will take you to the necessary location to receive more intimate information about this awesome young lady as well as the publications that God has blessed her with. I'm going to draw a scenario for you, and I just want you to respond accordingly if you don't mind. I'm going to put together what I call my megatorium. My megatorium is going to consist of the T.D. Jakes Potter's House and the Joel Osteen Auditorium put together. My megatorium has 50,000 seats in it. My megatorium has 50,000 seats in it, all occupied by young women. Now, the unique thing about these young women are they've been through things very similar to the things that you've been through. And 9 times out of 10, only you know what all of those things are. If I were to introduce you and invite you to the podium, my first and last question to you would be, what would you say to them?
What I would say is that you are beautiful
Hmm.
and you are fearfully, wonderfully made, and don't let nobody tell you different.
My God, my God. And you know, a lot of times we just really need to hear that. We need to be encouraged. We need to see motivation and inspiration from others who's been there, who knows, because no one could really tell me I know what you're going through if you've never went through it. I see people tell people that are addicted to drugs and alcohol that all the time. How can you know what this individual is going through if you've never been addicted to drugs? How can you tell me how to fix my marriage if you're divorced? I mean, come on. Oh my God, don't you get me excited over here. I feel like shouting. Praise God for you. And of course, we are going to be continuously inviting you back to the GMAP Broadcast Network to instruct and or inform the people of the progress. We want them to show their support. We thank God for your presence here on today. We are going to definitely make sure that we share our conversation with people around the world. We'll be posting this conversation on places like YouTube and Facebook and so on. We're going to continuously show our love for the publications in order to have people support your journey and, of course, be a blessing to those that are in their arena that will be benefited from receiving copies of this publication. So we thank God for you. We thank God that He has allowed you to be a part of our journey. And of course, we want you to continue to reach out to us if there's anything that you have going on as you continue to move ahead. We'd love to help you present that information to people around the world. Before we let you go, I would love for you to just simply have the last words and your final thought here on the GMAP Broadcast Network. Ucheena Jones, the floor is yours.
I just want to say thank you for this wonderful opportunity, Pastor. It's been a great opportunity. All I can say is do what you are called to do, be who you are called to be, and be unapologetically
Mm, wow.
about it. Do
Amen.
not be sorry about it.
That's right.
Not at all. Because again, the hardest job you'll ever have is being you. So go ahead and be you.
Wow. Amen. And I am in total agreement with you. I'll be reaching out to you to give you more intimate information and details about how it is that you can receive a copy of this conversation so we can share it to people around the world. And don't forget, please, please utilize this platform. Call us. Let you know what you're doing. Let us know what you have available. If we can somehow, some way be of assistance to you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, the answer is yes. You will never have to ask us twice. Okay?
Okay.
God bless you. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. You continue to be blessed and continue to be a blessing. Okay?
Thank you. And you do the same.
Take care.